Hello everyone. Today we'll be going through IGCSE Mathematics Paper 4 Extended 0580 42 May June 2021. Before starting the paper, I just wanted to tell you that this is a pre-release version, so we don't have marking scheme access at this time, and if there is some correction we will add in description and you can check for the corrections. Hopefully everything will be fine. Now question number 1, A part, a 2.5 liter tin of paint costs $13.50. In a sale the cost is reduced by 14%. So reduction is 14%. Part A, work out the sale price of this tin of paint. So reduction will be 100 minus reduction, which is 14%. 100 minus 14 will be equal to 86. So we'll calculate 86% of the amount, which is $13.50, and the answer for this will be 86% of 13.50, and this is equal to 11.61. So $11.61 will be the reduced price. Second part, work out the cost of buying 42.5 liters of paint at this sale price. So that will be 42.5 liters of the paint we have to calculate. So 42.5 will be, because the liters are, each container is containing 2.5 liters, so we'll first find the number of tins, and number of tins we can write here, number of tins, so which is equal to we can calculate 42.5 divided by 2.5 will be equal to 17 tins, and 17 multiplied by unit price, which is 11.61, which is reduced price, is reduced unit price, and this will be equal to 11.61. so it will be 197.37 $197.37. This is 2-mark question each. Now B part, Henry buys some paint in the ratio red paint, ratio white paint, ratio green paint is 2, ratio 8, ratio 5. Find the percentage of this paint that is white. So for the white ratio is 8, and sum of ratios we can check. This is equal to 2 plus 8 will be 10 plus 5 15, so sum of ratios is 15, and white portion is what? That is white. So white portion will be equal to 8 portions out of 15. So 8 out of 15 multiplied by 100, because we need the percentage value, and that we can calculate 8 over 15, and this will be multiplied by 100, and this is equal to 53.33 recurring. So 53.33% recurring. So this will be answer over here. Basically this is the percentage. Now they are saying find the percentage of paint that is white. So yeah, we can write answer over here. Percentage symbol is already there. Now part 3, Henry buys a total of 22.5 liters of paint. Find the number of liters of green paint he buys. So green paint, this is basically percentage for the white paint which we earlier calculated. Now the green paint will be 5 out of 5 out of 15. So he bought how many? 22.5. So 22.5, and we can calculate how much will be this one. So this is 5 out of 15 and multiply by 22.5, and this will be 7.5 liters. Basically this will be 7.5 liters, and this will be the answer over here. 7.5 liters is already there, so 7.5 we will be mentioning over here. Then next C part, Maria paints a rectangular wall. The length of wall is 20 meter and height is 24 meter, both corrected to 1 decimal place. So 1 liter of the paint covers an area of exactly 10 meters square. Calculate the smallest number of 2.5 liter tins of paint she will need to be sure all the wall is painted. Show all your working. So for this one, we know that this is rounded up to 1 decimal place. We will be writing the upper bound and lower bound of the numbers provided, and 20.5 which is provided over here, 20.5 meters, and upper bound of the area will be 20.55, and lower bound we can write over here, which is 20.45. Similarly, the other number is 2.4, so 2.4 meters, and upper bound and lower bound we can check for that one. This will be 2.45 and 2.35. Now to calculate the area, maximum possible area we will check, and maximum area will be equal to, we will multiply upper bound of length by upper bound of width. So it will be 20.55 multiplied by 2.45, and this will be equal to 20.55 multiplied by 2.45 will be equal to 50.3475. This will be meter square. Now paint, how much paint is required? Paint required will be, it's 1 meter square. 10 meter square is done by 1 liter. So how many liters? Paint in liters. This will be this number 50.3475, and this will be divided by 10, and the number of tins, number of liters the paint will be 5.03475. and now number of tins, basically answer is required. Calculate smallest possible of this. So number of tins will be required will be equal to 5.03475 will be divided by, each tin is containing 2.5 liters, and this will be equal to, now first this one we will divide by 10 because the previous step we divided by 10 mentally, and this one now we will divide it by 2.5, and this is equal to 2.0139. So it's a little more than 2 tins. So to make sure that everything will be painted, we will not be writing 2 tins, we will be writing 3 tins. So answer will be 3 tins. Hopefully you understood this question as well. This was 4-mark question. Now question number 2. Question number 2 is table is provided. The table shows some values for this equation, x value, y value. They have completed rest of the values. Only 2 values we have to complete and complete the table. This is part 1, 2-mark question. For this one, the easiest possible way is that you can use calculator. Just type this given equation, this one, in the calculator, and this will be 2 multiplied by 0.5 raised to the power x minus 1. So this is the equation which is provided. Now before calculating for 0, I will calculate for minus 1 to double check that we will be getting answer 3. So calculate, this calculate button I'm pressing. So calculate for x is equal to 3, and this is giving us, no, sorry, we have to calculate for minus 1. So calculate for minus 1, answer should be 3, and this is 3. Now we can calculate for minus 0.5. So calculate for minus 0.5, answer should be 1.83, and answer is 1.83. Now we can calculate for 0, and this is giving us 1, so answer will be 1 over here. And calculate for 2, and answer is minus 1 by 2, or we can write minus 0.5. And this is the table which we were supposed to complete, and that one we have done. Hopefully you are following everything. Now second part on the grid, draw the graph of the same from minus 1 to 2. This graph is provided. So the first point is minus 1 and 3. We can indicate minus 1 and 3 will be this point, and the second point is minus 0.5 and 1.83. Minus 0.5 and 1.56783 will be like over here. Then 0 and 1 is this one, and next point is 0.5 and 0.41. So 0.4 will be over here, and then 1 and 0 is on x-axis, and then 1.5 and minus 0.29, we can take minus 0.3. So 1.5 and minus 0.3 around here, and next will be 2 and minus 0.5. So this one. So we have indicated all the points. Now we have to draw smooth curve. Smooth curve means you have to draw freehand. You will not be using scale, and you can turn the page according to your requirement. I will be trying to draw a smoother curve, as smooth as possible, and this one. So wherever you need rectification, you can rectify, and this one also I just want to redraw. Almost it is almost smoother, so it's not perfect but better. So now next thing is what? Next thing is, by drawing a suitable straight line, solve this. This one is equal to this for this range. Now from this one, if we check this portion is same as provided in y, this one, but this minus 1 is lacking. If we add and if we get minus 1 with this, it will be our y value. So what we will do, we will rewrite it as 2 into 0.5 raised to power x, and minus 1 which is not there, we can write -1 and +1 from our side so that we can get the y value, and adding and subtracting will not be affecting the equation, so we will write 2x minus 3.5 is equal to 0, and this is the rest of the portion of the equation which I have copied over here. Hopefully you are understanding. Now what we can do, next step we can just write this one as y, so we will write y, and +1 and minus 3.5 will be resulting to minus 2.5. Before that one I'm writing 2x, so plus 2x minus 2.5 is equal to 0, and our equation will be what? Our equation will become y is equal to minus 2x and plus 2.5, and this will be the equation which we will be drawing. Y is equal to minus 2x, y is equal to minus 2x plus 2.5. so this line is basically passing through 2.5. we can indicate 2.5 is this one, so we know this line is passing through this, and it's having gradient of -2. This is showing gradient of -2. M is equal to -2 over 1, which is equal to rise over run, and we can basically take -2 units down from this point, so -2 units will be, this will be 1 unit up to this one, and -2 units will be this one, and then 1 unit right will be from here, this point, and we will get this point. Hopefully you understood how I reached to the other point. I'm erasing the other line which I have drawn for your explanation. Now we got these 2 points, and now we can draw the straight line required, and if we join these 2 points we will get the straight line which is this one, and now we can check for this x value where line and the curve are intersecting, and this one I'm writing 1.3, so I'm getting 1.3 as my answer. And keep in mind, answer to these type of graph questions are always a range, so answer we will provide as 1.3, and this will be the x value. Now C part, we can cover C part as well. There are no solutions to the equation. This one is equal to k, where k is an integer. Complete the following statements. The highest possible value of k is, what is highest possible value of k? No solutions. No solutions will be we can write like 1 point, it's basically 1 point minus 0 point, this line if we check it's like this. Okay, I will change the color, and for this one there are no solutions to the equation this, where k is an integer. So k is an integer is basically this line. Integer value will be with this one, because above this will be 0, which is having 2 solutions. So -1, y is equal to -1, this is the line. So we can write as possible value of k is -1. And the equation of the asymptote to the graph of this is, asymptote is also y is equal to -1. We can check also. So this is what we have written over here. For the time being, we can now go to what we can do. See, we have done the question, but the thing is that you need to practice these type of graph questions with some software. There are so many softwares available on the net, so you can use any of them. So I will switch to the software and I'll show you how you can practice this. This software option will not be available to you in exam, but at home you can practice this, and you can be sure that your whatever question you have done is correct, because marking schemes, if you are just referring to the marking scheme, most of the marking schemes are not providing the graph answers properly, so you can double check your graphs, and this will be nice practice for you. Now if we plot the first equation which we plotted for y is equal to 2 multiplied by 0.5 raised for x minus 1, which I have already written over here for you, and I'm going to activate this and we will get this graph. And this graph you can check from here. This is the x-intercept 1 and 0, and we also got the same, and this is y-intercept, which is 1 and 0. If we will check our graph, which is exactly matching with this. And for the second graph, which is straight line, which we got, y is equal to minus 2x plus 2.5, and that line will be this one, so it will be intersecting. This is the exact solution, 1.361 x value, and if you check, our value is 1.3, so which is very close to the answer. And if required, we can check this value also, y-intercept also for the straight line, and x-intercept also, and this is like a solution for a second solution. But whatever, in this question you require only this one, which is basically this value is required. 1.361 is the value exactly given by the software, but we have written 1.3, which is up to one significant up to one decimal place, which is absolutely fine. This type of practice will be very helpful for you. Now we can move to the question number 3. Question number 3 says A part simplify. Before going to the question number 3, in fact, I have copied the same thing which I have shown you on the curve, that software which we have done. I have copied this also. You can see 1.361 and straight line intersecting the curve, and this type of curve is like perfect curve which we require to draw. And if you check, our drawing is almost similar to this one. So this is basically the portion which we have drawn, and this is perfectly same as we have done over here. So this practice will be fine for you. Now we can move to the question number 3. Simplify, giving your answer as a single power of 7. So always you have to provide single power of 7 in this one. So 7 raised by 5 into 7 raised by 6. When bases are same in indices, when bases are same, they are being multiplied, their powers will be added. So we can write 7 raised by 5 plus 6, and this will be equal to 7 raised by 11. This will be our answer. Then if bases are same and they are being divided, their powers will be subtracted. So 7 raised by 15 minus 5, and this is equal to 7 raised by 10. Our answer will be 7 raised to the power 10 over here. Next question, 42 plus 7 will be 49, which we can write as 7 raised to the power 2. 7 raised to the power 2 is 49. So these are all 1 marks part which we have done. Now this is B part. Simplify this, and in indices we can take separate powers for all. Before taking separate powers, we will be calculating the inner portion. 5 into 2 will be 10, and x square into x will be x cubed, and y 4, and whole raised to the power 3. And now we can expand this 10 raised power 3 separately, x raised power 3 whole raised power 3, and y raised power 4 whole raised power 3. And this one we can write 10 raised power 3 will be 1000, and x raised power 3 into 3 will be 9, and y raised power 4 into 3 will be 12. So our answer will be 1000 x raised power 9 y raised power 12, and this is done. Now C part is we have to write P is given, Q is given. We have to find the highest common factor of P and Q. So highest common factor, for highest common factor, what we'll be doing, we'll be finding the prime factors of 540. So 540 we can write prime factors as 540 divided by 2 will be 270. So, and 270 can be further divided by 2, and we will get 135, and 135 can be further divided by 3, and 135 divided by 3 will be equal to 45, and 45 can be divided by 15. So 15 is not a prime number, so 3 and 5. So we have done the prime factors, and HCF we can write HCF of P and Q will be equal to what? Will be equal to the common factors. First of all, we can write common this one prime factors of 540 over here. This will be 2 raised to the power 2, 3 raised to the power 3, and 5. These are basically the prime factors. Now we will check from P and Q prime factors which are common in both. So this will be 2 raised to the power 2 and 3 raised to the power 3. These are common, and we can check with the help of calculator. 2 raised to the power 2 and multiply by 3 raised to the power 3, and this is equal to 108. So 108 will be the HCF. Now the next step is find the least common multiple, LCM of P and Q. LCM will be least common multiple in which we are taking the maximum common between these two. Maximum will be what? 2 raised to the power 5, and maximum of 3 raised to the power is 3 raised to the power 3, and 7 also we have to take, and 5 also we have to take. Now we'll be multiplying these also. 2 raised to the power 5 and multiply by 3 raised to the power 3 or 3 cubed, and this will be multiplied by 7 and multiplied by 5, and this will be equal to 30240. 30240 will be our answer over here. This is done. Now this part 3 is a little tricky, and they are saying P multiplied by R is a cube number, where R is an integer. We cannot take R as decimal value. Find the smallest possible value of R. So smallest possible value of R, how we will be solving this question. So I'm just copying first the prime factors of P and Q. P is equal to this one, 2 raised to the power 5, 3 raised to the power 3, and 7. So this is what I have taken from here. And prime factors of Q are what? Prime factors of Q are 2 raised to the power 2. Prime factors of Q are 2 raised to the power 2 and 3 raised to the power 3 and 5. So these are prime factors of Q. So these are prime factors of q. Now we will have to check this one, 2 raised by 5 and 2 raised by 2. So if we add their powers, it will be 2 raised by 7, which is basically we have to instead of taking q, what I will do, I will take directly r and I will explain. Like we want to make this a cube number, like for example 2 raised by 6. So deficiency is 2. If we multiply 2 raised by 5 by 2, we will get 2 raised by 6. And similarly 3 raised by 3 is already cube, and 7 raised to the power 2 we will multiply by 7 and we will get 7 raised by 3. So these are the two numbers which we, if we multiply these numbers with this p, we will get cube number. So what we will do, we can solve 2 into 2 multiplied by 7 squared, and this will be equal to 98. This is 98. Now answer is 98, but to make sure that our answer is correct, what we will do, we will take this one 2 raised to the power 5, 3 raised by 3 into 7, and this will be p, and we will multiply by 98 and we will check whether we are getting cube number or not. So we will write in brackets 2 raised by 5 into 3 raised to the power 3 and multiply by 7 and bracket close and multiply by 98, and number we are getting is 592704. 592704. Now according to the condition of the question, if we take cube root of this number, we should get a whole number. So we should get a integer, right? So 592704 should be an integer. So cube root of answer is equal to 84, which is basically whole number. So this portion is basically not required by the question, but it is check of the question that everything is fine, we have done correctly. Now we can move to the question next part, which is D part. We have to factorize the following completely, and factorization, you know, we are doing with the help of calculator easily, mode 5-3, and we can take a value as 1, like coefficient of x square will be 1, coefficient of x will be -3, and the constant is -28, and we can take the values 7 and -4. So 7 and -4, 7 and -4, we will be changing the signs and utilizing these values, and we can write the equation. We'll keep the gap and we'll write x -7 and x +4, and intermediate step we'll be writing because this is 2-mark question, so we will write this x over here, and then we will write this whole step, which is x +4, and then we will write this -7 over here, and then we will again write x +4. That's all. This will be the complete working which you can provide. Now for the second part, this one we can check what is maximum common. This inner portion is common in both, so we can take a plus 2b as common. Inside will be what? Inside will be 7 into a plus 2b and plus 4a, and this will be the step. Next we can solve whatever inside this as like terms, adding like terms. So a plus 2b, and this will be basically 7a plus 14b plus 4a, and we can rewrite it as a plus 2b, and this will be 7 plus 4 will be 11, so it will be 11a plus 14b. This will be the final answer which we can provide over the given space over here. A plus 2b into 11a plus 14b. This will be the part which we are supposed to do. E part, this is given equation, find an expression for y in terms of x. Y in terms of x. So what we will do, we can shift this 9x to the other side. This 9x we will be shifting to the other side, so we will get 3 raised by 2x minus 1, and it will be 9 raised to the power x is equal to 3 raised by 2y minus x, and we can rewrite 2x minus 1, and 9 can be written as 3 squared, so 3 raised by 2x will be equal to 3 raised by 2y minus x. Now we can add the like terms. Basically bases are same, so their powers will be added. So this will be 3 raised by 2x minus 1 and plus 2x will be equal to 3 raised by 2y minus x. So the next step will be 4x minus 1 will be equal to 3 raised by 2y minus x. Bases are same, so we can leave the bases, and powers we can compare. And if we compare the powers, it will be 4x minus 1 is equal to 2y minus x. So this implies 2y is equal to 4x plus x minus 1. So this will be equal to 5x minus 1. So this implies y is equal to 5x minus 1 over 2. So we can write answer as 5x minus 1 over 2. This is 4-mark question. So you can write this same answer in this format as well. So this answer is also correct. Now next question, question number 4. The mass m kg of each 40 parcels in a warehouse is recorded. Mass m and frequency, these are the ranges provided, and the frequencies are also given over here, and we have to basically complete the histogram to show the information. So how we will be completing the histogram? This will be first bar is provided from 0.5 to 1 is 4. 0.5 to 0.5 to 1 is this one, from this to this. So this width is basically 0.5, and 0.5 multiplied by height is 8. So this bar we can check 0.5 multiplied by 8 is equal to 4. So it means we are multiplying this with the height to get the answer frequency, which is this one. So similarly 1 to 2 is 7. So 1 to 2 is this width, which is 1 in this case. So 1 multiplied by 7 will be 7. So we can write 1 multiplied by 7, which is equal to 7, and the frequency is provided over here. So we will, next is 2 to 4 is 15. 2 to 4 will be this one, which is 2 units. So we will divide 15 by 2. So 15 divided by 2 will be 7.5. So height we will take will be 7.5, and we can take height 7.5 up to this one, and we can draw over here, and this will be our histogram bar. We can write over here basically 2 multiplied by 7.5, this is equal to 15, and this will be our histogram bar, which we can show over here. Next is what? Next is 2 to 4 is done. 4 to 7 is 10. 4 to 7 is this one, which is 1, 2, 3 units. So 10 divided by basically 10 divided by 3. So 10 divided by 3 will be 3.33. So we can write as basically height will be 3.3. So 3.3 we can take up to this one. So if we draw the bar for 3.3, it will be like this one. So basically a little more up, so a little like this one. So up to this one, so we can write 3 multiplied by 0.33 will be equal to 10, recurring this one. Okay, and this one we can show like this will be the histogram bar, which is shown. Next thing, the last one I think so, is 7 to 12 is 4. So 7 to 12 is this one, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units. And so we will divide basically 4 by 5, and this will be equal to what? 4 divided by 5 will be equal to 0.8. So 0.8 will be height of the bar. So 0.8 will be up to this mark, and we can draw over here, and we can write basically, I'll redraw this basically. Okay, done. So we will write here 0.8 multiplied by 5 is equal to 4, and this will be basically our histogram for this. Now this is done. Next section is second part, calculate the estimate of the mean mass of the parcel. So mean mass of the parcel, we know the formula for the mean. Mean is equal to sigma fx divided by sigma f. So this will be the formula. 3 marks, basically 4 mark question which we are going to do. So we can multiply frequency with the mid value. Basically first we will find the mid value. This into this will be 0.7, this into this will be 1.5, this will be basically middle of 2 and 4 is 3, mid value. You can add 4 plus 7 and divide by 2, so that you will get what? You will get 5.5. Okay, we will check. 4 plus 7 is equal to this, and divide by 2, and this will be equal to 5.5. So this is how we are finding the midpoint. So this will be 19. 19 divided by 2 will be 9.5. So this will be the middle value. Now this value multiply by 4, this value multiply by 7, and we will add them. 4 multiply by 0.7, so 4 multiplied by 0.75 plus 7 multiplied by 1.5, similarly plus 15 multiplied by 3 plus 10 multiplied by 5.5 plus 4 multiplied by 9.5, and we will be dividing this by the sum of the frequencies, and sum of the frequencies they have mentioned over here also 40 parcels, so we'll divide by 40, and this will be our mean which is required, and we can use calculator to solve this, and this will be what's fraction, and this will be 4 multiplied by 0.75 and plus 7 multiplied by 1.5 and plus 15 multiplied by 3 and plus 10 multiplied by 5.5 and plus next will be 4 multiplied by 9.5 and this will be equal, basically we have to divide this also, divide by 40 and this will be equal to 3.7875. so we can write 3.7875. so up to 3 significant figures we can write 3.79 kg. This will be the mean. Now a parcel is picked at random from 40 parcels. Find the probability that this parcel has a mass of 2 kg or less. So 2 kg or less are 7 this one and 4 this one. So 7 plus 4 will be 11 out of 40. So the probability will be 11 out of 40 we can mention over here. So 11 out of 40 will be answer for this. Now this next part is 2 parcels are picked at random without replacement from those with a mass greater than 2. Greater than 2 are how many? Greater than 2 are okay, greater than 2. Work out the probability. Greater than 2 are basically 40 minus 11 will be 29. So greater than 2 parcels are basically 29. So out of 29, now we will be checking the probability. Work out the probability that one of them has a mass greater than 7. Greater than 7 kg. Greater than 7 kg will be this portion. Greater than 7 kg will be this portion, which is 4. So 4 out of 29 we can write. So 4 out of 29. And the other has a mass of 4 kg or less. And keep in mind this is without replacement. So 4 kg or less is what? 4 kg or less is basically 15. So 15 out of 28. 4 kg or less will be 15. So it will be 15 kg, 15 over 28, and this will be equal to how much? This will be 4 over 29, and this will be multiplied by 15 over 28, and this is equal to 15 over 203. So 15 over 203, this will be answer for this part. Hopefully you understood this. Next question is, a van delivers parcels from a different house where the box and whisker plot shows information about the masses of the parcels in the van. So this is mass in kilogram, box and whisker plot is given. Find the median. Median will be this middle value. Median will be this value, which is 4.86 basically. 4.6. So we can write this as 4.6. So answer will be 4.6. 1 mark. No working is required. To find the interquartile range. Interquartile range is upper quartile minus lower quartile. Upper quartile is this one, which is 6.2, and lower quartile is at 3. So 6.2 minus 3, 6.2 minus 3, this will be equal to 3.2. So answer will be 3.2. This will be the interquartile range. Next they are saying 2 parcels are removed from the van and at the same at the first delivery the masses of the parcels are 2.4 and 5.8. So the removed parcels are having total mass of 2.4 plus 5.8, and this will be equal to 2.4 plus 5.8, and this is equal to 8.2. So 8.2 kg is the total mass of 2, and 1 will be having mass of 8.2 divided by 2 will be the mass of one parcel, which is 4.1 kg. So 4.1 kg is mass of one parcel. So median in this case is 4.6. So earlier median is 4.6, now 4.1 are 2 removed, so the median will further increase. They are asking describe the effect of removing these parcels on the median of the mass of the remaining parcels. Give a reason for that one. So we have removed 2 parcels of 4.1 average. So median will be basically 4.1. If we check, 4.1 is over here. So from this section we are removing, removing two masses. So median will be shifting to which side we have to check. For example, if this side is having earlier, like for example 10, and this side is having 10 in case of median. Now this 2 are removed, so these are 8 and these are 10, so median will be shifting to the right. It will be shifting to the right to balance it. 9 and 9 basically to the left. 8 are here, so yeah, so it will be shifting to the right to make it balance. So we'll say that the median will be shifting to the right. So median will be shifting to the right. We will write median will increase and shift to the right. To the right, shift towards, we can write more clearly, towards upper quartile. And we can write as reason also, we can mention as 2 parcels of 8.2 kg are removed with average of 4.1 kg. So this will be more than sufficient. Now this is question number 5. Question number 5 says A is provided, B is also given, find B minus A. So we will be writing B over here, 2 and minus 5, and minus A is minus 3 and 8, and we can write it as 2 minus 3 will be plus 3, and minus 5 and minus 8, and this will be resulting to 5 and minus 13, and this will be our final answer over here. One more question, and 2A plus B, this will be equal to 2 into minus 3 and 8, and plus B will be 2 and minus 5, and this one we can write as 2 into 3 will be 6 minus 6, and 2 into 8 will be 16, and plus 2 and minus 5, and this can be written as minus 4 and 11. So minus 4 and 11 will be final answer. 2 mark question. Then mod of b, and b we know is b is what? B is 2 and minus 5. So b mod we can take x square, which is 2 square plus b square minus 5 squared and under root, and this will be equal to what? 4 plus 25, so 29 root, and 29 root will be our answer. Then they are saying this is a little tricky question, 3 marks. So this is a plus kb is equal to this one, where k and m are integers. Find the value of k and the value of m also. Now what we will do, we can write a plus kb as a vector, and b vector we will take from this given information. A is minus 3 over 8, so we'll write here minus 3 and 8, and plus this is k, and b value is 2 and minus 5, so we can write here 2 and minus 5. Now this is equal to what? This is equal to, we can add this minus 3 plus 2k, and this will be 8 minus 5k, this one, and we can compare it with this one. So minus 3 plus 2k is equal to 13. This implies what? 2k is equal to 13 plus 3, which is equal to 16. So k is equal to 16 by 2, which is equal to 8. So k is equal to 8 is the answer which we found. We can write here. Now we require m also. So for m we can compare the second equation. 8 minus 5k is equal to m, and k value which we just found we can write here. My 5 into 8 is equal to m. So this will be 8 minus 40 is equal to m. This implies m is equal to minus 32 basically. So we can write here as minus 32 over here. This is done. Now we can move to b part. Diagram is provided which is not to scale. This diagram is not to scale. They are saying OABC is a parallelogram, and O is the origin, M is the midpoint of OB, and N is the point. AB such that AN ratio NB is 3 ratio 2. So this side is Q, so this side will also be Q, and this is 3 by 5 and this is 2 by 5 of Q. So we can write 3 by 5 of Q, and this one we can write 2 by 5 of Q, and keep in mind this direction will be this one. Now they are saying OA is equal to P, this is P, and OC is equal to Q, which is this one. Find in terms of P and Q in its simplest form. OB we need to find. OB is okay, this vector, so we will take this root, this plus this one, so we can write it as P plus Q. So we can write over here OB is equal to OA plus AB, and this is equal to P plus Q. One more question I have written for your explanation. CM is what? CM is CM. Okay, we can draw CM, and CM is basically, this is CM, and we can write CM is equal to CO plus OM. So we can write here CM is equal to CO plus OM, CO plus OM, and CO is minus Q, plus OM is half of P plus Q by 2. So we can write P by 2 plus Q by 2, half of this which we have just found. So this one we can simplify. This will be P by 2 and minus Q by 2, and this will be our answer for CM. we can provide over here C by 2 minus Q by 2. Now Mn is required, and Mn we can show Mn by this line, and Mn direction is this one. So for Mn we can write Mn is equal to Bn Mb plus Bn. So we can write this as this is equal to Mb plus Bn, and Mb is what? Mb, we know Mb is half of the, so we can write P plus Q. So P by 2 plus Q by 2, this will be Mb, and Bn is minus 2 by 5Q. So minus 2 by 5Q. Now adding like terms, this will be P by 2, and 1 by 2, 0.5 minus 2 over 5, and this will be equal to 1 over 10. So plus 1 over 10Q, or 10, we can write P by 2 plus Q by 10. This can be answer. 2-mark question. Then next, second part is saying CB and ON are extended. To meet D, find the position vector of D in terms of PQ. Give your answer in simplest form. For this question, we can extend CB and ON. CB, if we extend CB, this will be, extension of CB will be this one, and ON, if we extend ON, so we will be getting, I will erase this, basically ON, we can properly extend, and this will be the D point basically which we got. Now we can write ON will be, first of all we will write ON. ON will be P plus this one will be ON, and we will write here ON is equal to P plus 3 by 5Q, which we have just explained. Now basically the other portion, which is ND, is required, and ND is ND ratio, because AN ratio NB is 3:2, so ND ratio ON will be 2:3. So we can write here ND ratio ON is equal to 2:3. So this implies ND ratio ON value, this value we can write over here, which is P plus 3 by 5Q will be equal to 2:3, and we can write NB, we know NB ratio AN is equal to 2:3. This is also we know. So this implies what? 3 into ND. From this equation, outer multiplication inner, so N3 into ND will be equal to 2 into P plus 3 by 5Q. Basically what we have done, we have multiplied this inner, and this is equal to multiplication of these two outer, and this will be equal to what? ND will be equal to 2/3 of P plus 3 by 5 of Q, and this is the answer which we can write over here, P plus 3 by 5 of Q. This one will be answer, or you can multiply and we can write answer in other format like 2/3 P plus this will be 3 will be cancelled, and it will be 2 by 5 cube. We can write answer in this format or in this format. This is a 3-mark question which we have done. Now question number 6. Question number 6 says the diagram provided is not to scale, and the diagram shows a quadrilateral ABCD made from two triangles ABD and BCD. Show that BD is equal to 16.9 meters, correct to one decimal place. So BD we have to show. So first we will take ABD triangle, and in triangle ABD, which is this one, hopefully you are understanding each and everything, and don't forget to subscribe the channel and also recommend this channel to your friends and class fellows, and also press bell icon so that you will be getting notification for incoming videos as well. Now this is the triangle ABD which will be considering, and will be applying cosine rule. So ABD is what? In triangle ABD, this one, ABD, yes. So in triangle ABD, BD square is equal to AB square plus AD square, two sides square, plus, not plus, minus basically, minus 2 into one side into other side into cos of the angle, which is 57 degrees over here. So 57 degrees. And now we can write BD is equal to AB, which is 16. So we can write 16 square plus AD, which is 19. So 19 square minus 2 into 16 into 19 into cos of 57. So cos of 57 degrees. And because we removed this square, so we can take square root from here, and this will be equal to what? This will be equal to square root of 16 squared plus 19 squared minus 2 into 16 into 19 into cos of 57, and keep in mind your calculator should be in degree mode, and this is equal to 16.907, and up to 3 significant figures 16.9, or you can say one decimal place is 16.9, and this should be in meters. So this is what we needed to prove. Calculate the angle CBD. So CBD angle is required to find. CBD angle is which one? Angle CBD is this one, and to find this angle we will be considering basically the other triangle, which is this triangle. We will be considering this triangle and triangle BCD. So we can write in triangle BCD, we will be applying sine rule, and we will find this angle first, and after finding this angle, because we have opposite side which we just now found, which is 16.9 meters, so we have BD and we have BC, so we will find first angle C and then we'll calculate angle B. So in a triangle BCD, so we can write in triangle BCD, we'll apply sine rule, and sine rule is what? 32 divided by sine of 75, sine of 75 degrees. This will be equal to 16.9 over sine C, and this implies what? This implies sine C is equal to 16.9 multiplied by sine of 75 degrees, and this will be divided by 32 degrees, 32 basically, not degrees. So C will be equal to sine inverse of 16.9 into sine of 75 degrees divided by 32, and again your calculator should be in degree mode. Shift sine, basically we have to remove this, shift sine and fraction, this will be 16.9 into sine of 75 degrees and divided by 32, and bracket will be closed, and this is equal to 30.67 degrees. Now this angle is 30.67 degrees. Now this angle will be 180 minus 75 plus 30.67 degrees, and this will be equal to how much? So 180 minus in bracket 75 plus answer, and this is equal to 74.3 degrees will be this angle which we have found, which was required. So angle B is 70. We can even mention over here 180 minus 75 plus 30.67 degrees, and this will be equal to 74.3 degrees, 74 point, up to 1 decimal place. Now find the area of the quadrilateral. For area of the quadrilateral, we will be adding area of these two triangles ABD and BCD. So area will be equal to half into AB sine C. So 19 and 16 are two sides, and sine of 57 degrees plus the other triangle, half into 32 and 16.9, and sine of just found 74, included angle basically we will be taking, and this will be what? Now we can use the calculator for this. So this will be 0.5 for the half into 19 into 16, and this will be multiplied by sine of 57 degrees, and this will be equal to 127.477 this. So plus we will add in this one 0.5 multiply by 32 multiply by 16.9 and multiply by sine of 74.3, and this is equal to 387.789, and we can write it as 388 up to 3 significant figures. Hopefully you understood this as well. Then find the shortest distance from B to AD. So the shortest distance will be what? Shortest distance we will be finding, we will draw the shortest distance first, and this will be, shortest distance will be the perpendicular line which we'll draw from here, and this angle is 90 degree. Now we can consider basically this smaller triangle AB, and we can name it as EABE. So in triangle ABE, EB will be opposite over hypotenuse, which is AB, so it will be sine of 57. So we can use in triangle ABE. So in triangle ABE, we can write AE over AB is equal to sine of 57 degree, and AE is 16. So basically BE, this is BE, not AE. BE over AB is equal to this. So BE will be equal to 16 sine of 57 degrees, and this will be equal to 16 sine of 57 degrees is equal to 13.418 or 13.42, and we can write here 13.42 meters. This is done. Now this is basically question number 7, starting from here. Okay, so this is question number 7, transformation question. Diagram A and T are provided triangles. On the grid, draw the image of triangle T after translations 2 and -1. So 2 units right and 1 unit down. So check the units. These two boxes are 1 unit. So 2 units right. 2 unit right will be 1 unit, and 2 unit right and 1 unit down will be 1 unit down will be this one. So we will reach over here, over here. Now this point is translated over here, and similarly this point will be translated to this point, and this point will be translated to here, and our translated triangle will be by joining these 3 points, and this is basically the translated triangle which we have drawn. And this is answer for part 1, so I'm writing here 1 so that you can identify. And now the second part is saying the triangle T after rotation 90 degree clockwise about the origin. 90 degree clockwise about the origin. So if you check this one, this point from here, okay, I will take the other pen. So this one we can rotate it 90 degree. So this will be the 90 degree angle, and our this point will shift over here, and similarly this point will be rotating and shifting to, this is 1 2 3 units, so 1 2 and 3 units, so it will reach over here, and the lower point will be 2 units down, so 2 units down will be this one, and the triangle which we will get will be rotated triangle and rotated 90 degree clockwise. This is T rotated 90 degree clockwise, and this is answer for part 2. I have written here 2. Now for part 3, they are saying triangle T after an enlargement scale factor -1/2, and center of enlargement is -2 and 3. So -2 and 3. -2 and 3, we will check the center of enlargement first. So -2 and 3 is basically, this is the center of enlargement, and we will be drawing 1/2, and we'll be joining these 2 points and drawing the line like this one, and we will be joining the point this and this, and we can draw this one. So now this is basically -1/2. So 1/2 is telling us that it is reducing to half, and minus is telling us that it will be on the other side of the center, and center is -2 and 3, which we have drawn over here. So we will be taking this is 3 units, so we will take 1.5 unit or 3 boxes. So 1.5 unit will be this one will be 1.5 unit, and this will be, next is what, 2 units, so it will be 1 unit up to this one, this side, and we can join this. So this will be basically answer for part 3. So we can write here 3. So this will be minus 2 and 3, and it will be basically reducing to half, and minus 1 by 2 means it will be on the other side of the center. Now they are saying part B, describe fully the single transformation that maps T onto A. T onto A, T is uh, T is over here and A is over here. So if we check, these are basically a reflection of each other, and the line of reflection, we can draw line of reflection. This will be the line of reflection, and this line of reflection, I will erase this because it is mixing up with the other colors. So I'm just erasing this, and we can take another color for, and I will draw a smaller line as well. So this will be basically the line of reflection. I'm drawing up to this one so that you can identify. This will be a line of reflection, and this line of reflection is y is equal to minus x. So we can provide answer over here. This will be reflection in the line y is equal to minus x, and this will be answer. Now this is question number 8. Question number 8 is basically diagram is provided which is not to scale, and a cuboid has length L centimeter, width W centimeter, and height is H centimeter. This is L, this is H, this is W, and these measurements are also provided. And draw the diagram shows the net of this cuboid. The ratio they have provided, this W is ratio L is equal to 1:2. This is important, which we will utilize. Find the value of L and the value of W and the value of H as well. So first of all, we need to understand that this is like we can take this one as bottom and of the cuboid, and this one as the top of the cuboid. So their measurements will be exactly matching. That's why they are top and bottom. So we can even write over here this is as top, and this one we can take as bottom. Now when this side, which is H side, will be fitting on this one, so it means this side is also H. So I will write over here, I will write H like this one. This is basically H. If this is H, this will also be H, and this one will also H, and this is also H. Now if this side is L, this one is L, this will be L, this will be L side, this will be L side, this is L, this is L. Now W is this one, so this will be W, this will be W, this will be W, and this will also be W. And this height is also H, because this side is H. So this is H, this is H, so this will also be H. And if this side is H, this side will also be H. So we have identified basically the sides. Then we can also identify the given ratio, which is basically, this is the given ratio, and this ratio is telling us that length is 2 times width. Length is 2 times width. Now we can form the equations. First equation we can form from this length, and this is 2 heights plus 1 width, 2h plus w. So I'm writing here 2h plus w is equal to 20.1. This is the equation which we formed from here. And the second equation we can form, which is two lengths. Second equation which we can form is two lengths. This length, this length, and this length, and two heights, this one and this one. So 2L plus 2H is equal to 37.8 centimeters. Now we also know that L is equal to 2W, so we'll write here 2W plus 2H is equal to 37.8. So it means 4W plus 2H is equal to 37.8, and we can now solve this equation number 1 and this equation number 2 as simultaneous equations, and I will write here W plus 2H. I am copying this second equation, and is equal to 20.1. And if we subtract, change signs, and this will be cancelled, and we will get 3W is equal to, we will simplify, 37.8 minus 20.1 is equal to 17.7, and W will be equal to 17.7 divided by 3 is equal to 5.9. So width is W is 5.9. Now we can replace this W in equation 1, and we will get 2H plus 5.9 is equal to 20.1. So 2H is equal to 20.1 minus 5.9, and H will be equal to, we can subtract this 20.1 minus answer, and this is equal to this one, and divided by 2 is equal to 7.1. So 7.1 centimeters will be basically H. Now we have H and W, and L we know. L is what? L is equal to 2W. So 2 into 5.9 will be equal to 2 multiplied by 5.9 is equal to 11.8, and L will be equal to 11.8 centimeters. This will be the third answer which is required. We can write over here, and if you want, you can double check the answer by the help of calculator by putting these values in the equation which we have formed, and you will get the proper, that is check basically, which is not required in this question, 5-mark question which we have done. B part, drawing is provided which is not to scale. The diagram shows a solid pyramid with a rectangular base ABCD. E is vertically above D. These two angles are 90 degree. AB is 18, BC is 15, and EC is equal to 24. So these three measurements are provided. Part 1. The pyramid is made of wood and has mass of 800 grams. Calculate the density of the wood. So density of wood is required. Give the units of your answer. So units will be having separate marks. So don't forget to write the units in the answer. And the volume V, they have provided the basically the formula. V is equal to this one. And keep in mind, this height is perpendicular height, not slanting height. So you will have to use perpendicular height. And the distance formula is, density formula is also provided. Density is equal to mass over volume. And what we will do, we need perpendicular height. For perpendicular height, we need to use basically the triangle we have. We have basically two measurements we have, so we can find the third one. If we check, the base is rectangle, this side is 18, so this side will be 18 centimeters. Now in in this triangle, basically in this triangle, which is triangle ECD. In triangle ECD we have two sides, so we can find the third side also, and we can write EC square is equal to EC square. So EC squared is equal to DE squared plus DC squared. This is basically the Pythagoras theorem which we have applied. And EC is equal to 25. 25 squared is equal to DE squared plus 18 squared. So now by shifting this one, DE will be equal to 24 squared minus 18 squared and square root, and this will be equal to, we can take root of 24 squared minus 18 squared, and this is equal to 6 under root 7. So we found this side, I'm erasing this one, and we found 6 under root 7. This side we found. Now after finding this side, we need the perpendicular basically height which we found. We can use in this formula, and the formula is V is equal to 1 by 3 into area of the base, which is length into width, which is 18 into 15, 18 multiplied by 15, and this will be multiplied by perpendicular height which we just found, which is this one. And now we can write this by calculation. After calculating, 1 divided by 3 multiplied by 18 multiplied by 15 and multiplied by 6 root of 7, and this is 1 4. This basically we have to take square root of this. This will be 1428. Yeah, so it's correct, 1428. 0.7, or approximately we can write 1429, and the units will be what? Density we have to find. This is volume, this is meters basically cube. So this side, not meter, it's in centimeters I think. So yeah, centimeter cube. So we will write this one as centimeter cube. Now density is equal to what? Density is equal given mass over volume. So mass over volume, and mass is 800 grams, and divided by 1429, which is centimeter cube. So 800 divided by answer is equal to 0.559, so approximately 0.56 and 0.56 we will write down, and the units will be grams per centimeter cubed. This will be the units. And calculate the angle between BE and the base of the pyramid. So BE and base of the pyramid, so for that one we will be joining this one. So first we need to identify which angle is required. Basically this angle is required. So we will be considering, first we will consider this triangle because we need that BD we require. So for BD we will be considering this lower triangle which I have shaded. So in this triangle we can find by Pythagoras theorem, because this side is provided as 15, this side is 15, so this will be 15 centimeter, and 15 square plus 18 square under root will be BD. So we can write BD is equal to 15 squared plus 18 squared under root by Pythagoras theorem, and this will be equal to square root of 15 squared plus 18 squared, and this will be equal to 3 root of 61. Now we know 3 root of 61 is this measurement, 3 root of 61. Now we have opposite over and adjacent. So opposite over adjacent will be tan theta. So dE over dB. So we can write tan theta is equal to dE over dB, and this is equal to 6 under root 7 over, just we found dB, which is 3 under root 61, and theta will be equal to tan inverse of 6 under root 7 over 3 under root 61, and this will be equal to shift tan. Your calculator should be in degree mode, and this will be 6 root 7 over, this will be 3 root of 61, and bracket will be closed, and this is equal to 34.117. So 34.117 degrees and approximately 34.12 or 34.1 we can write. So 34.12 degrees. Basically, this is the answer. Now question number 9. Question number 9 says this is the equation provided, can be written in the form of this. So it's basically completing square question. So what we will be doing, first of all, we will be taking x common to write in completing square format. So y is equal to x, we can take common, and inside will be x squared minus 4x plus 4, and now we can rewrite it as this one. We'll write x and we'll copy sign this, and 4 divided by 2 will be 2 squared and minus this 2 squared and plus 4. This is how we are completing square. Hopefully you understood this. And this is y is equal to x into, in brackets we'll write x minus 2 squared minus 4 plus 4. This will be gone, and this will be equal to x into x minus 2 squared. This will be y, and a value is basically 2, which they are asked. Now in the second part, they are saying on the axis sketch this graph indicating the values where the graph meets the axis. Now we have solved this x into x minus 2 squared. For the solutions, basically this is the y value. We will put equal to 0 because on x-axis. So this implies x is equal to 0 will be one solution, and x minus 2 is equal to 0 will be other solution. So we can write x is equal to 2. So 1 and 2, these will be the two solutions. And if we want to sketch the graph, 1 will be this one, and 2 we can take, like for example, roughly we can take 1 over here and 2 over here. It's just a sketch, so no need to worry if you are having some without scale also. So this is basically the two other solution, 0 and 2. So these are two solutions. And now we are having cubic graph. So cubic graph, we know cubic graph is turning, like for example, it will be touching over here and turning like this one. So this will be the cubic graph which we have to show, and see what we can do. We can practice these types of graphs, as I earlier said in the previous question, that graph questions you should practice on software, and this is one of the software which I have used from the net. You can also trace any software. Now we will write the equation, which is basically cubic equation, which is this one, and this is the graph which you will get, x cubed minus 4x square plus 4x. And this graph, you can see this is x-intercept, which is 2 and 0. This is 0 0 which is another x-intercept. So two solutions, and this is basically the maximum point, which is minus 6.6, which is not required in this case. So this is basically the curve which we can practice on net also. This will not be available in during exam, but before exam you can practice this. So what I have done, I have copied this for you and I have inserted over here, and this is basically the graph which we can check this. It's same 2 0 and 0 0. These are basically the 2 points which are shown over here. So these type of graphs you should practice from the net as well. This is 4-mark question which we are done with. Now this is another question B part. Find the equation of the tangent to the graph, this one, and at x is equal to 4 give your answer in the form of y is equal to mx plus c. Basically what we will do, we will solve this question and later on we will check whether our answer is correct or not by graphical method also. So we will be taking derivative of this for the tangent. So dy over dx will be equal to, derivative of this equation is 3x squared minus 8x and plus 4. Hopefully you are comfortable with the derivation. So dy over dx at x is equal to 4, at x is equal to 4 will be equal to what? This will be 3 into 4 squared minus 8 into 4 plus 4, and this will be equal to, we can check, this will be 16 to 3 will be 48 minus 32 plus 4, and this is equal to 20. So gradient value, m value is equal to basically 20. Now we can find the point basically at x is equal to 4. Y value will be equal to what? Y value we can replace in this and we will get 4 cubed minus 4 into 4 squared and plus 4 into 4, and this will be equal to, if we find this value, this will be 4 cubed and minus 4 into 4 squared and plus 4 in plus 4 into 4, and this is equal to basically 16, and so our point will be 4 and 16. So we can write down equation of the tangent. So y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1, and this will be what? Y minus 16 will be equal to 4 into x minus x1, not 4, this should be 20 because gradient is 20. So this will be 4, and y is equal to 20x minus 4 plus 16. So this will be not minus 4, it should be 82. 20 minus 4 will be minus 80. So we can write y is equal to 20x and minus, this will be 64, and this will be the equation required. We can write here 20x minus 64. Now our question is done. This was 7-mark question which we are done with, but we need to confirm that our equation is correct. So on the same software, if we go and type this equation which we got, y is equal to 20 minus 64, we will check whether this equation will be, this line will be tangent at 4 or not. So if I have already typed for you, and if we activate, this will be the tangent line, and if we reduce this, and this will be, if we go up, so you can see over here, so over here this is 4 and 16, and this is tangent at this point. So this is confirmed that this is basically the tangent. So now we can move to the question. I have already copied also for you, this one you can check from here as well. So this is basically tangent line which is shown in the blue color. Hopefully you understood this. Now we can move to question number 10, which is last question and very interesting question. and sequence, the table is provided. The table shows this sequences, 4 sequences A, B, C, D, and we have to complete the table. And for completing table, what we can do, this is like 1 square, 1 cube, 2 cube, 3 cube, and 4 cube. This will be 5 cubed, and 5 cubed will be what? 5 cubed. We can write 5 cubed as 5 cubed. We can check with the help of calculator. So 5 cubed will be over here. We can check. This will be 5 cubed will be equal to 125. So answer will be 125, and we can write here nth term will be n cubed. Next, B part. B part is 5, and 5 plus 6 will be 11, and 11 plus 6, so adding 6, so 23 plus 6 will be 29, and we can write this as 6 into n minus 1 will be giving us, this is basically B, so answer will be 6n minus 1. Now for C part, what we can do for C part, if we check, if we divide 0.5 second term divided by first term, we'll get this one, which is equal to 0.5 divided by 0.25 will be equal to 2. So we can write 2 here. Now next term we are getting, we can apply the formula, which is AR raised to the power n minus 1, and A is what? First term is 0.25, and R value is 2 raised to the power n minus 1. Now to check this, we will apply this 4, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth term. So we'll replace n is equal to 5, and we will get 0.25 into 2 raised to the power 5 minus 1, and keep in mind this answer should be 4. This is 4, so this formula is working. We'll write here 0.25 into 2 raised for n minus 1. This will be our nth formula, nth term. Now we can write for D. If we check D, how we are getting D? If we, this is basically B minus C, 5 minus 0.25 will result to 4.75. So nth terms also we will subtract 6n minus 1 and minus the nth term of this C, which is 0.25 into 2 raised per n minus 1. This will be the general formula for nth term for D. And now we can double check for, like for example, we will type this formula over here 6, and instead of x we will type x, instead of n we are typing x, minus 1, and minus this will be 0.25 into 2 raised to power into 2 raised to the power n minus 1, it will be x minus 1. So we have typed this formula. Now we will check for n x is equal to 1. So calculate for x is equal to 1. Answer should be 4.75, and answer is 4.75. For 4 it should be 21. Calculate for 4, it is 21. Now for 5, calculate for 5, and this is equal to 25. So this will be 25, and we double checked, we confirmed that formula is also working. So we can write over here, this is the formula. So we are done with this 9 marks question. This was very nice, interesting question, and we are done with it. Hopefully you understood each and everything, and don't forget to subscribe the channel. Also press bell icon so that you will be getting notification for incoming videos. Also recommend this channel to your classmates and friends. Also introduce this channel to your respected teachers. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye.